Pepperoni Report with two guys in a pie. We're the two guys. And where is today's pie, guy?
We're going to Troy Pizzeria. It's located on Curtis Boulevard in Port St. John. They are a New York style pizza that sells something that you don't see in New York style pizza places.
Yeah, this product definitely isn't New York style, is it?
No, it's definitely a south of the border item. It is tacos.
Yeah, that's a first for a pizza place for me too.
Me too. So today, Troy Pizzeria
and tacos.
We're coming for you.
See you there. I can say this, Troy's makes a good pizza.
Yeah, it does.
And we were a little worried about that because we got a lot of information that Troy's was not good, and we were a little worried and concerned. But in fairness to Troy's and their staff, that was old ownership. It has nothing to do with what the product is that they're putting out right now. And I can tell you they got a good pizza. Probably the thinnest crust we've ever had.
It was definitely thin. It was very tasty. From the very first bite, when I first looked at the pizza and I looked at it, when it got it cut, it kind of looked kind of sloppy looking. I was a little skeptical of what I was getting myself into. I was like, so when I get into it, I'm like, wow, this tastes good. So as I was going through it, I checked all the boxes, the cheese, the pepperoni. I'll get to more back to the pepperoni in a second. The crust. So after a couple bites, I took a bite of the crust, and I looked at over other guy over here. I said, dude, you got to try this crust. The crust was very, very delicious. I really enjoyed the crust.
Yeah, light, fluffy,
and
crispy.
Yep, it held its own. And you know, when you're eating pizza and you get towards the end, the crust changes. It either gets soggier or harder. This crust did neither. It stayed the same consistency through the whole time of us eating the pizza.
Yeah, it maintained its integrity throughout. Despite how thin it was surprising how well it held up.
Yeah.
And the message is the pepperoni. Here's our one complaint. Well, he has another.
My complaint.
This is my complaint about the pepperonis. It could have been distributed a little more evenly.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of overlapping and double,
kind of haphazardly thrown on there, like
pepperoni. So you missed some of that flavor. I believe your first slice you barely had any pepperoni.
I think I felt like I had like one. Maybe they stacked together. I don't know. It was really,
gave you that lack of flavor. It took him about 2 slices in before you really got to taste the pizza. So they could distribute their pepperoni a little bit better. But your other gripe was about the sauce.
Yeah, I didn't feel like there was enough sauce on it. I mean, I know I'm a sauce guy. You're gonna hear this a lot when I talk about pizza, is I want sauce. But I didn't see any sauce on it. I mean, I look at it now and I pull it up, and I thought they could have used a smidge, not much more, because at that thin a slice with the cheese and everything that going on, they put out a good pizza.
Yeah, it would have ruined the crust if they put
I think if they'd have put more, much more, just a hair more. That's it. Just a hair more, because you didn't taste it. I did not taste the sauce the whole time. I don't know whether the sauce is any good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know. Obviously there was a hint of it there because it was still pizza, but it could have been a little bit more sauce for me.
I tasted the sauce. It was a good sauce, nice hearty sauce, and I could find little pieces of actual tomato skin in it. So it leads me to believe it might have been a home recipe for the sauce. Rather than something canned, because they kind of boil the skins off the tomatoes for stuff like that. But I did like the sauce, even though it wasn't a lot of it. And like I said, I'll put a picture of that thin crust right here, because I took a picture of it so you can see just how thin it was. And that's probably the reason why they keep the sauce so thin, because if it was any more, that pizza wouldn't have held up. It would have, the center would have dropped out of that thing.
Well,
sure.
was definitely thin. You can see when we're eating it that it's floppy, which I like that in New York style pizza.
That goes to the greasiness of this pizza. It is a grease monster, which we tend to like.
It wasn't that greasy though. When you look at the plates, I mean, it was greasy. Don't get me wrong. You can see a little bit on top. One of the first things I said is, look, there's some grease right there. That's a good sign. But when you look at your plate and you look at your hands, you're not getting all that grease on your hands and plate like you get with a lot of other grease monsters, to use your words, that you get with the greasy pizzas. This was a greasy like a New York style is, and you can see it, like I said, on the top, but it didn't end up on the plate or your clothes.
Yeah, true. So now it comes down to it. What do you give Troy's Pizzeria and Tacos as a rating?
Did you say tacos?
I did say tacos.
Tacos. We didn't try the tacos. We're not rating the tacos today.
We did not try the tacos. The pizza was very filling. We got an 18-inch large. So,
well, I'm giving it a 4 rating today.
There you go.
A 4.
4. It's your nice golf score. 4. And for Troy's, because it is a good pizza. It holds up. Foldable, but not completely foldable because of how thin it is. You get that nice droopy tip,
and that crust at the end.
And that's not a weird reference. It actually has a droopy tip.
I say that if you live in Port St. John and if you had Troy's in the past, give it a try again. Whatever they did prior to whenever.
Don't let what they were before kind of sway your opinion of them now, because it's a different ownership, different people doing things, and it is a definite much better pizza.
Yeah, and it's clean. Service was good. I got no issues.
That was the thing that I wanted to talk about. Check your Google Maps, because it's kind of hard to find, because there's no signage out front.
There's a sign outside.
There's a little teeny sign outside.
It's a foot high. It's a foot wide.
It kind of sits
yellow.
back behind trees, so it'd be real easy to miss. But it's what, 100 yards off of Fayette Boulevard on the right.
Yeah.
So you can find it. You just got to look for it.
Right beside the Ace Hardware.
And it is worth looking for. So I guess that's all we got. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Always tell us where you want us to go next, because we might pick your place. And I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's loving pizza slices.